Hey there everyone, Rick Ucchino here again for SK Wrestling to talk to you about another edition of Monday Night Raw. What did the Red Brand get right this week? What needed some tweaking? Well, that's the hard thing, because this week's episode got turned on its head in a major way after WWE Champion Drew McIntyre tested positive for COVID-19. Thankfully, as we heard from the man himself on Monday, he is asymptomatic and should be good to go in a couple of weeks, especially in time for the Royal Rumble. The bad news is he accepted Goldberg's challenge, so we still have that to look forward to. Plus, we still don't know just how many other people may have been affected. It was extremely clear that WWE was short-staffed this week as multiple superstars were pulling double duty on the show. So given the circumstances, it's going to be hard for me to be overly critical of any one part of the program. Even if we did get Jeff Hardy losing to Jackson Ryker off a distraction, and then immediately afterwards, Hardy versus Elias for the 87th time since July. Or the company doubling down on this weird Lacey Evans Ric Flair romance angle. Haven't felt this awkward watching WWE programming since Dawn Marie and Al Wilson, if I'm being honest. For you Gen Zers out there, just look it up. Or you know what? No, just don't. I'm really honestly just having a hard time understanding why WWE put the tag team titles on Charlotte and Asuka just to pivot into this angle with her dad. Meanwhile, here we are a little over 2 weeks out from the Royal Rumble. We still don't have a program for Asuka or her Raw Women's Championship. We did get to see Drew Gulak in action against AJ Styles. That was a lot of fun. Gulak, one of the best technical wrestlers in the company, also a criminally underutilized and underappreciated performer. His match with Styles, though, overshadowed by WWE official and Universal Championship #1 contender Adam Pearce, making him qualify for the Royal Rumble instead of just declaring, like, Daniel Bryan, Bobby Lashley, or AJ Styles did. I really tried to make sense of this. I came up with this whole analogy of trying to make a baseball team, like Mike Trout for the Angels. He's gonna make that team even if he hits 125 in this upcoming spring training, while other guys, they're gonna have to earn their way onto the roster. Styles, Bryan, Randy Orton, those guys are all Mike Trout. They're in that Mike Trout level. WWE wants those guys to be in the Rumble, so they just get in. Gulak, meanwhile, has to earn his way onto the team, and he did not do that this week when he lost to AJ Styles. At least that's how I had it in my head anyway, until I remembered that Otis on Friday Night SmackDown simply just declared for the Rumble, and then secondly, about 30 minutes after Drew Gulak failed to qualify, Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke simply declared themselves in the Women's Royal Rumble. So alright, let's focus on the positives here. Just 1 second. Bobby Lashley is a grown man. Send tweet. Oh, that's right. I did send that tweet last night. Follow me, by the way, at Rick Ucchino. Please, I have social media goals in 2021. Anywho, the United States Champion defended his title in a quick but very physical bout that included a spot where he literally plucked Riddle out of air by grabbing his leg. The dude has never looked more dominant at any point in his WWE career. If there was ever a window of opportunity to give him the company's top title or,
wait for it,
a major opponent,
almost there,
maybe a certain beast, well, that window is, let's just say, wide open, WWE. Secondly, speaking of two fellas who know how to beat the hell out of their opponents and then each other, Keith Lee and Sheamus appear to be on good terms now. I say appear because, well, they beat Miz and Morrison in tag team action, and then we're seen celebrating when they cut to commercial. Then we come back and, oh my God, things drastically changed from there. These two men are now beating the holy hell out of one another, and I don't think we ever really got an explanation as to why. Doesn't matter much though, I thought both matches were really, really good. Keith Lee got 2 clean wins on the same night, and he and Sheamus even hugged it out afterwards, so all is well, I think. And finally, with Drew McIntyre unable to compete this week due to COVID-19, we got the surprise in-ring return of the game, Triple H. His opening promo exchange with Randy Orton, while a bit paint by numbers in certain spots, was incredibly good, and it led to an unsanctioned fight between the two men to close out the show. After not wrestling at all in 2020, the game did a pretty damn solid job on short notice in a brief but physical battle with his longtime friend and longtime foe Randy Orton. The action really got going though when Triple H grabbed his patented sledgehammer. Before he had a chance to wield it though, it burst into flames, the lights went out, he disappeared, and when the lights came back on, Randy Orton was face to face with Alexa Bliss, who went full Mortal Kombat and threw a damn fireball in his face. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. Look, I understand that this kind of stuff is not for everyone. It's not what they want out of their pro wrestling. But for me, this is what putting the E in WWE is all about. I love that The Fiend is able to torture Randy Orton from beyond the grave. I can't wait to see how he eventually returns to the screen in physical form after being burned alive by the Viper. In the meantime, keep giving me these cool segments between he and Alexa Bliss. And oh, by the way, do we know what happened to Triple H?
A few moments later.
Oh well, that's our video this week. Make sure to follow us here on the SK Wrestling YouTube channel. Give us the old thumbs up as well. You're going to want to stick around for this channel for more content like this, plus exclusive interviews and more.